Yes guys, welcome back to another episode of your boy Arms and my guy Sprigsy. On today's one we're talking about, have City lost their mojo? A lot of people talk about this stuff, but obviously before we start,
yeah, please like, subscribe guys. It really does go a long way.
it really will, really will. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So,
well, I think from the beginning of last year this has been happening and it's zero excuse, to be honest.
yeah, it has been, to be fair. I mean, after they had their 100-point season, since then, to be fair, the 100-point season, because then obviously they won it again on 98 points, didn't they? They came close with us, but Company, now with Company gone, they lacked their leadership. They have the still flair, like Pep Guardiola was going to get.
The defenders I brought in, I think, are good, but they look lackluster attacking, which is the thing that really gets me the most.
Isn't it? I mean, okay, they've Sergio Aguero has been injured this season, which is why I don't get this kind of question right now. Have City lost their mojo? They have missed Aguero for a good portion of their game so far. Gabriel Jesus is a good player, talented player, top class player, not world class player.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But I think it's just the way they play. Like when they were playing us the other day, they just didn't even look like they were going to score, and they had the ball a whole lot.
Exactly.
It's just it's. I wouldn't say people have figured Pep out. I just think Pep's lost what he's doing right now. He needs to get it back a bit because everyone knows how Pep.
So you are on board with the fact that maybe he's lost his mojo.
I think he's still the right man for the job. Definitely, I wouldn't ever get rid of him. I just think he's missing something right now. I think this is the first time in his career he's really had to adapt to what he does. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. For me, people talk all this stuff and I'm like, nah, because when I look at it, I look at what he has. Okay, he's not winning like as consistent as, say, perfect example, Jurgen Klopp is, with all the fucking injuries he's been dealing with. But bro, it's 9 games in. Like,
yeah, it's just I just see the same thing from last year. Last year wasn't.
What, you think he needs to tweak his play a little, like Jurgen Klopp did? Like when he first started, he was heavy metal football, and then he started to tweak it so that he wouldn't concede as many goals.
Yeah, it's just
certain things like that.
It's just, yeah, the teams that they trash you 4-0, and then struggle against like Norwich.
That is very true.
That's very true. I don't get. That's not who they are. They're a team that you're scared to. They'd pump anyone. Yeah. Like, yeah, the game they lose, you'd be like, they probably didn't deserve to lose the game, but they lost it. I don't see that at the minute.
That's very true. Like
games they deserve to lose. I
don't know. That Leicester one was pretty.
That's more a bit of a freak game.
Yeah.
But but I mean, the more, even last year, there's more games. It's not just this year. The more games they're losing. I'm going, you really didn't deserve to win that game at all.
No,
or you deserve to lose. It's just, it's a bit different. I feel like in the rebuild crap, you shouldn't be having a rebuild. Look, you spend so much money, you should be getting it right.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say rebuild because your transfers didn't work. That's not a rebuild. A rebuild is losing your players and rebuilding the squad. You've lost you lost David Silva.
Fernandinho's gotten older.
But there's not a rebuild. Why aren't you replacing these people now?
They brought Rodri in. Phil Foden.
I do like Rodri. Wrong league, mate. He doesn't suit that role. He needs, every Premier League team needs a guy like a Højbjerg or a Fernandinho or Fabinho, someone who their sole goal is to protect the defence. He likes to play football, which is a credit to him. He's good at it, but he isn't the man that does that. So
if he wants to find the way that it was working for him, then he just basically needs to do the very hard job and very easy to fall into the trap of trying to swap player for player. So you had something working with De Bruyne, David Silva, Fernandinho in midfield. You try and find a like for Fernandinho. It hasn't worked with Rodri. Try again. Maybe find someone that is like Fernandinho. You had someone, David Silva, ball playmaker. I had whiffs of apparently Kevin De Bruyne stamp of approval and Jack Grealish. Do you reckon he could be put into there and play this kind of David Silva role?
I would have Grealish there. Yeah, definitely. But like, I don't think that's the problem right now. It is where you were saying it's the CDM role. I don't think the attackers are confident to get up because they're constantly going back. I mean, De Bruyne, poor lad, worked his arse off the other day. Yeah. And then just getting criticism for it. But I'm like, he's He's running back with a Celsius goal. He was running back with a Celsius. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, Kyle Walker was the furthest player.
To be fair, Kyle Walker, he was attacking.
Yeah.
It was the ball, the loss of the ball, and CDM not covering that. Like, it all works there. Like, these players are so good at scoring goals because they're so confident in what's behind them. They can play freely attackingly.
Yeah.
As now you got De Bruyne running up and down. He shouldn't be doing that. He's probably the best player in the Premier League, and he's running back with a centre attacking midfielder. It shouldn't be happening.
Right. It's not right. And I agree with it. But for me, it's like one of those where I don't think City have lost their mojo. It's not some massive catastrophe that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's not huge like people are going on it. It's just these things happen.
They're just too used to
being how good they are.
Yeah, and all teams are gonna have a little bit of a dip, a little bit of something here and there. This is just City's time. Watch. In the next 10 games, they're going to be fucking nearly top of the league.
Yeah, they're going to need to be more just consistent in results. I think Pep Guardiola, world-class manager, one of the best. One of the best to ever do it. So you don't just get rid of people like that for bad stints, because you rarely bring in people better than that. You need to trust these managers because who you bring in, it's just a downgrade from there.
You generally can't bring anyone.
Well, look at Chelsea. They constantly the managers they just bring in and just aren't as good as the one that they got rid of.
Yeah,
they never are.
Exactly.
So it's just the way, but they're very they're different clubs or anything. They're just scum, aren't they? So.
Very true.
I'm joking. I mean, you are, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, fuck City, brought their way to the top.
Pretty much. All right, yeah, we'll end that one there. You tell us what you think about City. Do you think it's a blip, or do you think it's something really serious? That's another episode of Sanchez Sport, guys. See ya.
Football is life.